smile when I'm doing it, when I'm sitting over here.
Okay. Yeah, make sure we look good, Granddad. Do we look good?
Yeah, looking good.
Can you see the chair? I don't think you can.
5, 4.
Can you see the chair?
No, this is
No?
fun.
Okay, I didn't think I didn't
Can you
notice
see all
it.
of us?
Here before a live audience.
That's
I can see all of you.
Okay. Hello and welcome to my channel, Duckpotatoe's World. This is episode 14.
Wow.
And we are coming to you today from my grandmother's house. All three of us are here again. So that's fun. And my granddad is providing us with a live audience today.
Something to make me smile.
So we have so much stuff to talk. This is probably going to be a long episode. So make sure you have your knitting, your crocheting, your tatting, your cross stitch, whatever it is that you do, have it in your hands and be doing it. And definitely you're going to need a Diet Coke or coffee or tea or whatever it is that you like to drink.
Texas, sweet tea.
Well, I usually have Diet Coke, but I'm being good and drinking my water. So I'm drinking my water. But have your drink and get ready. We have so much stuff to show you today, and we're excited to get started.
Hey, let's go.
So first off, I have an announcement. As of this morning, my channel has hit 500 subscribers. So thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. I have fun talking and interacting with you guys in the comments. You can also find me on Instagram and Ravelry, and all that information about who I am and where I'm at is in the description box down below. Pretty much if it says Duck Potato, it's me. I haven't seen anybody else using that handle in the knit world. So if it says Duck Potato, it's probably me. We are going to start off with, today is July 2nd, 2023. And you can see we are way into, if you're in the United States side of the ocean, you are probably celebrating 4th of July. And I don't know what's wrong with her.
I had to wear something I knit.
She's the Tory. She's representing the Tories.
I would try a British accent, but it comes across sounding like the Cockney. So
we don't want to hurt anybody's ears. But yeah, so we're at least all celebratory in our red, white, and blue. We're going to go do fireworks and stuff tonight because Tuesday, the place we normally go see fireworks, isn't going to have fireworks. I guess because it's a Tuesday, or maybe, I think someone said the company they normally use was already booked. Anyway, on the actual 4th, they're not having fireworks. So we're going to go do that this evening. And she has to drive back, so she doesn't get to go with us.
Just drive back to Austin.
That's right. But we are wearing knit things. Do you want to talk about your knit thing that you're wearing?
Yeah, this is a top I actually knit about 3 years ago now. It's called Lady of the Lake Tee.
You're gonna have to stand up so they can see the knitting in the lace work at the bottom.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
the original pattern, and it's actually just a regular length tee, but I like it a tunic length because I like to wear leggings with it, so I just made mine longer. And it was a real simple knit. It wasn't hard at all. It's knit in the round, so there's very minimal seaming. I don't even think I seamed the shoulders.
Is it easy as dish rags?
It doesn't look like.
Yeah, it was real easy. It was
If
real
it's
easy
easy as
to
dish
knit.
rags, I can try it.
The
You
fiber.
had to have seamed it somewhere.
I don't think I did. I think it's totally. I think it was. That's why I liked it. It was a no seaming project.
I don't know how about.
I know I like it.
I don't like to do the seaming part.
Me neither.
But it's knit out of the fiber comes from Expression Fiber Arts. This is the first Expression Fiber fiber I ever bought. It was the Camel Oasis. It's a camel silk combination. It's called Vintage Rose, and it is what sparked my addiction to the Expression Fiber Arts yarn, because I have tons of it now, like literally tubs of it.
We gave some of it away.
We did.
Last month.
Yeah, last month we did.
So shout out to our winner last month. She's been real sweet and appreciative, and I hope she enjoys her prize. And stick around for later. We may have something else to give away today. I'm wearing something I knit today too, even though it's Texas and it's like 1,000 degrees. We're wearing our knitwear. This is an Amy Herzog design. It's called Tidal Pull, and this was one of the custom fit designs. So if you use her custom fit website, you put in your gauge and your yarn and your personal measurements, and she makes a pattern just to fit you. And it is probably one of my better fitting sweaters.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I tend to have a problem with a lot of extra fabric in the back, because my back is much smaller than my front. So it's nice when the pattern is written to my measurements. I have no extra bunchy fabric in the back.
Nice and smooth, nice and flat.
Very nice on the back. So I like it real well. Just has I think it's called the Gainsey pattern.
Okay.
That's this pearl knit pattern up top, and then it's just stockinette. And I did alter the pattern to make a scooped bottom and back, so the
It's like a shirt tail.
yeah, like a shirt tail hem, because I don't like straight across hems on me. It's not my favorite. So I did change the pattern to add that, but that's all I changed.
I don't have a knit thing, but I bought this when I visited Mandy and we went to Fredericksburg.
Oh, that's right. I
Oh,
remember that trip.
I don't remember how many years ago, but
That
it's
was
been a
It
while.
was a while, yeah. I'll say one more thing about this fiber, this Oasis fingering weight fiber from Expression Fiber Arts. It is not hot. It is very lightweight and
Yeah.
it drapes beautifully.
And this is cotton. I knit this out of Berroco vintage cotton DK, and it's not real hot either. So
So you can wear knit items in the summertime.
yeah, in Texas, where it has been in the 100s lately. Like
15 days in a row where I live.
yeah, I think in East Texas it wasn't. It might have been actually 100 1 or 2 days, but it has been so humid that every day it has been feels like 105,
Like
feels like
109.
109. So if we didn't actually hit 100, we were still feeling it. All right, finished objects. So we're going to talk about our finished objects that aren't related to the blanket of knowledge. Then
Okay.
we'll talk about all the goody blanket of knowledge stuff all at once.
Okay.
So I don't have anything to show you.
Oh my goodness, that's
But I do.
Well, it's not that I didn't finish things. They just all have left my hands. So I have been on a sock machine binge. What do you call it when you're drugged out and strung out on something? What's that
An
called?
addiction?
The binge? I don't know.
I don't know.
Ben sounds good.
I've been knitting socks. I have knit 23 pairs of, let's see, it's the Toe Up Simple Socks for CSM by Dean and Bean Sock Machines. I've knit 23 pairs since the last time I talked to you. And 20 of those pair have left my house and gone off to be with their forever homes. And the 3 pair that are still at my house are all dirty and in the laundry. So I can't show them. But I will put in a little slideshow of all the socks I've knit. If you want information about the yarn and stuff like that, I'm not going to go through all that here, but you can find all of that information on my Ravelry page. I have a project for every single one of those pairs of socks. You can see what size I made, what yarn I
I
used,
had my watermelon.
all that kind of stuff. I showed those though when I
Oh,
knit
did
them.
you? Okay.
Mhm. They've seen your watermelon.
Before I got them.
So that is the only thing I have finished, and I feel like I empty-handed, but I really did knit 23 pairs of socks, so I'm really not empty-handed. Did you have something you finished?
Yes, I do. I have my the bags the Japanese knot bags that we put our projects in as we're knitting them, and this one I just kind of fancied it up.
That's
The
pretty.
good thing about
Yeah.
these is you can put them through here and carry them, and this carries a big odd project. It doesn't
Yeah, the
just
medium
have
is a good size.
I did make some of the little ones, but I made the big one for these for what
And
we had,
it's pretty. It has little roses on. I don't know if you can
and that can be taken off.
see the trim. Oh, does that come off?
This
little,
does.
It's like a little nosegay or
Yeah, it's just tacked on there
buttonhole pin.
for looks.
It's pretty.
But
A boutonniere.
and then
for
the
your
other
voice.
thing that I made and finished, that these are I use these with my crochet and my knit. And okay, I'm smiling. And I'm trying not to be stage fright. But anyway, these are great. They're about 10 inches deep, and usually some of them I try to put something in the front. Like this is a craft lady says, "Give me a hot glue gun and stand back." And this is a pin cushion in case you need me.
And a weight. It's
Yeah,
heavy.
to keep it where it stays on everything. Oh,
Well, here, just put it on my hand.
Okay. like that. So
I have
those-
these all over my house. I love these.
They're great. They're great to put. They're great to put even in your car.
Oh, I hadn't
And
put it in.
yeah,
thought
like
about
a trash, or
that.
either if you're traveling, the husband's scooting down the boulevard, and you can put this on the anywhere in your car, the back one of the things I'm thinking
Yeah.
about, and keep your cake.
Yeah, you're doing it. You got it.
Your yarn.
And your yarn, yes, in there, or your crochet thread.
Mhm.
So I use it a lot
That's
for
a
my
good-
crochet thread because it's just really great. But
I have 3 that she's made me. I have one by the couch where I sit and knit that mostly holds trash.
I have one, because I'm pretty sure I have one that you made a while back. I'm not real exactly sure where it's at the moment, but
Oh, I know where mine are.
It's probably in my sewing stuff in the
My
storage
second
room.
one sits by my, well, it used to be my sewing machine. My sewing machine has moved over to her house. I use it more actually with it here, but it's in my sewing stuff and it usually has like thread. And then I have a third one that sits by my desk where my office, and it usually has like headphones and pens and my stapler and stuff like that in it. I love them.
Good stuff. I
They're
do too.
handy.
They're good for guys too. That can put their remote control
Oh yeah.
and all their TV
Yeah,
stuff. And all
they're
that
good
stuff
for
in there,
everything.
So.
All right.
I don't show that the first, do I?
No, not yet.
That's with blanket.
I'm gonna show. We're gonna talk about blanket of knowledge now.
What about
So,
my stuff?
oh, do you have a finished object to show?
My socks. My
I'm
latest
so
pair of
sorry.
socks.
She has a finished object. We talked about this before we started. Sorry.
As we said in the last episode, I've started doing the Sock of the Month Club with Hot Springs, Arkansas Fiber,
Hot Springs Fiber Company.
that company. And so I have, last month we showed the first one I did. It was called the Blooming Onion. This next month is called the Lemon Tart.
Oh, how pretty.
And these are the socks. And the only thing I did different than the pattern is I did put the crust on the heel as well.
The crust.
Yes, the brown. This was like to
Oh,
represent
okay.
the crust of
Yeah.
your lemon tart.
Yeah.
And I just thought it'd be cute to have a crust on the heel as well. So
That is
I added
really
that.
And you liked the way it fit really well.
I did. I really did. These are 60 stitches on size 2 needles.
Okay.
So and that's what Tracy says that she uses. And so I really like the size. They fit nice and snug. They're not hot either, by the way.
My wool socks
And
are
so-
never hot.
and
Wool
so-
socks are hot.
My watermelon
Well,
socks are real
Some
comfortable.
people would think that they are, but
Oh.
just if you were wondering, no, they're not hot. I wear them to work sometimes, depending on what shoes I wear to work. But anyway, that's the next
Great.
one for the month of May. Month of June, we'll talk about in a minute.
Sorry, I didn't mean to skip you.
That's okay. It's the only thing I had finished.
Okay, now we're going to talk about blanket of knowledge for reals this time. I have finished May and June. No, I showed May last month. I have finished June and July, right? I did show May last month.
I think so.
I think so too. If not, she has May for this month. So this was
Oh, that was
June.
beautiful.
I have June all done for the knit box. This is June in the May colorway because I knit mine all cattywampus. Here's June in the June colorway for the orange box. It's supposed to look like the sand on the beach.
Oh,
I
that's
think it really
beautiful.
does. I love it. And then I also have knit up July because I designed July. So this
Yay.
is the version I designed like while I was figuring it out.
Your granddaughter did that.
And this is I haven't blocked this one, but this is the actual finished design that I used when I filmed the video. And I'll probably knit another one in the actual July colorway when she actually dyes it up and sends it out to everybody. So I'll have extra. I have extra. In fact, I counted up my blocks. Without knitting June at all, I already had 24 blocks just because I have extras. So my blanket will be a little bit bigger.
It
but
will be. It'll be nice and cozy.
It will be. I'm very excited about it.
I taught her to knit, and I have created a knitting monster.
It's her fault.
I call her a knitting machine.
Same thing. Yeah, that works too. All right, so this is I'm also doing the blanket of knowledge, and I'm doing the turquoise colorway. So this is the May, which is also designed by Katie. Just the May square for the turquoise colorway.
It's a block. It's
It's a
not.
block.
It's not square. It's rectangular.
Yeah, it's we just call it a block. That is a good just a good thing to say. But it's a very beautiful pattern, and
And the yarn's gorgeous. I think the May and the June are probably my two favorite so far.
I haven't
okay.
done May.
I liked November and March really well, but May and June.
Well, I don't have Junes yet. That's why I'm trying to think.
No,
next
you
June.
didn't get your June yet. Everyone else does.
Everybody says they're easy.
It's not hard, and it's way
Oh,
fun.
I'm excited to get it. It looks beautiful.
But yeah, she's still waiting for her June box to come in the mail. I have already used up my June box.
And
So-
I have mine.
We can look at her June box so you can see what the June box looks like if you haven't already got yours.
And what is your colorway?
She
Brown.
is doing the brown.
Oh, but look.
I don't know why that came in there, but it did.
Because in the picture, there's like some dark blues.
Is
in
there?
the-
Okay.
Yeah.
That looks kind
It
of.
must quit. You gotta
Maybe
have
we
some
put blue or
color. You don't
something
want it all
dark in.
brown.
Yeah, that would be
No,
better.
it's nothing's. Stay out of my candy.
Yeah, my candy's already gone. Can you
That's
hold
my
the
pretties. Yeah, I haven't even opened it.
Oh,
I mean,
she's
I
got-
opened it. But that's it.
stitch markers? It always and it came with Jolly Rancher gummies.
Yeah.
I won't eat them.
Okay. And directions this time too.
Yeah.
If
Got
it's
mine
not
direct
chocolate, you don't
instructions.
have to worry about me.
Yeah, I actually gave my gummies to Levi.
Yeah.
chewy ones are not my favorite.
Levi, Katie's second oldest son, he is our resident gummy candy.
Oh my gosh, guru,
Yes.
aficionado.
I love
That's the word I
gummies
was
too.
trying to think of. Yes.
But they don't love me because they hang on me.
They get stuck in my teeth, and I
That's
sit
what-
there
that's
going,
what I don't like about them.
Yeah, try to get them out of my teeth. All right, Maris, you've got some finished crocheted. So she is doing the crochet version of the blanket of knowledge.
Yes.
We are doing the knit version because we are not that talented.
Now, what did we say this was?
December's the ones you have that are finished.
Okay.
That's not.
This is December.
Yeah, she's got both her December ones
pretty.
finished. Hold up, so they can't see anything.
Now, the crochet ones, they may be 10 inches and they may be 8 inches, and part of them may be 6 inches. So I'm having to adjust. This is the May.
Let's see, the May came out really small, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm not finished with it
Oh,
yet.
it's not done. Gotcha.
It's that wide, but can you
Show
see?
them.
Oh, I'm trying to find the right side of it.
I've already seen it.
Pull the bottom where you can. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
It's got the
Sorry.
front post and the back post stitches in it.
And this is all part of the brown colorway, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
all of this.
That's going to be an interesting colorway actually when it's all put together.
It's going to be really pretty.
Because it's got some gold.
Yeah.
I've got 1 month that's just completely gold.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Well, this is a good because you can see all the different colors that are in the picture are in
I
the
believe
December.
that's, yeah, I think that's
block,
that's,
so-
and I think that's near the middle of it too, from what the direction said. And this one here, that's the one I just did.
Yep, that's the one you were just showing. It's still working on.
Yeah. Oh, this one has
yeah.
the mohair. We hold this up. I've got the mohair right here. Here it is.
This is the January crochet block.
And what you go through this is this mohair. You work it in with a needle, not a crochet needle, but
a tapestry.
yeah,
needle.
tapestry needle, and go in through those colors.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I like to
So it'll
do.
make like a
Yeah.
seersucker.
The knitting people
Gathering.
knit it in with their knitting.
Right, we
Yes.
did ours in
But
with the
this
knitting,
one goes
right.
in after you do it.
It's to provide the what is that gathering? Smocking.
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 That's the word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
that's
this is. Yeah,
Yes.
and this goes
We
in
know what we're
between.
talking about, I promise.
Suzanne was explaining that to me also. This is January anyway.
Yep. So she's been working hard. She's been making some progress on hers.
And then you want to see my crochet that I'm working on?
Let's see. Yeah, show us your works. The
Okay,
rest of this.
this is I have a thing. I have the things behind my TV, a fireplace that doesn't work, and so it's my place to put stuff. I live in a little apartment from having everything in a shop in my
So
house,
beautiful.
and these are on my windows round about too. And I'm trying to make a
They're
covering
pretty.
behind that so that I'll have
You
a
should
really.
take a picture of that window and insert it.
Oh yeah, I can do
But-
that so you can see
Because-
one,
see it
a
hanging,
finished
'cause
one.
Yeah.
that is
hanging.
very pretty.
And
yeah.
that doily that's on that lamp there
Is that the valance you're making for?
valance, yes.
for making.
Yeah, I'm making. I'm gonna put this over that so that it's you
That's
see it's
gorgeous.
longer.
Yeah.
It'll match the window.
Mm-hmm. Very beautiful.
How long did it take you to? She's almost done. She's not.
2
she's
weeks.
A little bit. Wow,
Off and
you did
on.
all that
Wow.
in 2 weeks. You've been busy.
I do it at night.
My goodness. Let's see. You've got. We talked about your blanket of knowledge and your valance. Oh, and you have a christening gown that's almost done. But
Oh,
not
it's
quite.
all but the trim on it, and it's right here. And this one is for a lady that
Yeah,
I don't think she sees your deal. So her birthday is in August, and she's in my doll club, and she's a very precious person.
You have a friend that doesn't watch my channel?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't knit. No,
I'm
I
just
have to be
teasing.
real careful with that. But anyway, this.
That's beautiful too.
So it came from
That's
Christening
gorgeous.
Collections by Kay Metters.
The picture's on the back.
That's
And then this will, the white ribbon will go all through it.
That's very beautiful.
And this is, this I finished in about, I do this sort of stuff at night.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything else. I lay in bed because I can't sleep now.
But man, that's very beautiful.
And I do. And this
It's called
is,
the pineapple set. I guess the
anyway,
pineapple
she's
stitch.
the
must be
lady who
this.
made me the baby down here.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
And so her birthday's in August, and I'm going to, she knows I'm making it, but she doesn't realize when she'll get it or whatever I'm at. So
Yeah.
That's
anyway,
very
her name is
beautiful.
Jeannie, and that will be her birthday present.
It is lovely.
It sure is.
And then let's see. I am
And I
working
have pearl
on.
buttons to put on it.
Oh, that'll be pretty. I am working on all of the same things I was working on last month, and one more thing. So I got stuff stuff done, just none of the stuff that was actually in progress when we filmed last month. So I am still working on my enchanted forest. In fact, I'm about to join the second ball of this yarn because I ran out of it. And it looks like I really haven't done that much, but I swear I have done a lot. There
Looks like
are
you've done a lot to me.
well over, at this point, 400 stitches on every row, and each row is taking me quite a while to do.
Oh my goodness.
So I was here with the rose, where that rose is, that's where I was last month. So I have gone, I've done all of this color and all of this color and started the third color. I was hoping to have it done by July 21st, but that's in 3 weeks, and I don't know if that's going to happen. Well, I'm trying. I'm working on it.
Why July 21st?
Because that is when I'm supposed to go to
When you're supposed to go back to
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a shawl. Yeah. I can't open it up because it's knit in short rows.
Yeah.
So I'm in the middle of a short row, but this is the best
That is beautiful.
I can do.
Comment from the audience?
So that one is still going, slowly but
Okay.
surely. Granddad thinks it's beautiful. He's falling asleep. I know he thinks it's beautiful.
How embarrassing. I'm trying to smile. He's over there going to sleep.
You're doing fine.
Y'all are doing great.
You're doing fine.
Then I'm still working on the April cowl that I cast on thinking I would work on it at the Houston homeschool convention that I was at, and I didn't. And I don't really think it's grown. I don't remember
your
how much
cowl,
was on
yeah.
it when I was there. It wasn't much. So if the little bear is right, then I have knit from the bear to the needle. Thank you. So it's fun. It just has not been a priority.
Is that cotton?
It is a linen.
Oh, now see, yeah, like a denim.
Oh, okay.
Soft
It's that
machine
Queen's
washable
one.
blend of lamb's wool and cotton. Oh, lamb's wool and cotton. Yes, it will be very lovely when I finish it. I'll finish it eventually. I work on it. So sometimes I take it to Yarn Club or something like
Is that
that.
the one you got with mine when you gave me to make a cow?
No, that's a different one.
That's a
We
different
still have to. We haven't started that
Oh no,
project
I
yet.
know I haven't. I haven't
What
got it out of
else
the dish
am I
rag yet.
working on? I was working on Enchanted Forest. I was working on.
The little toys you're making?
Oh, that's a new thing. Oh, I was going to show you this first. So last month I talked about I have a patchwork quilt that I'm knitting. And I started it back in 2018, and I kind of put it in hibernation for 2022 because I made 3 full-size blankets.
Yeah,
I was doing a lot of blankets.
Blanket work.
And I decided to pull it out of hibernation. So this is not a project that I ever plan to finish in like any particular time. I use leftover sock weight or fingering weight yarn, and I add to it just whenever I feel like it. So
That's what your granddaughter does.
yeah.
Pretty smart.
This is the center of the blanket, and so all of this quadrant points this way, all of this quadrant points this way, this one. So they all point toward the center. There's lots of different ways you could arrange these. I think if I finish this one ever and do another, I may make sets of 4 that all point toward the center. So it's a lot of fun. The things that I've added to it all have little stitch markers on them. So those are the things I've added since I took it out of hibernation.
Oh wow.
And I will probably take these stitch markers off, and then next month if I add more to it, I'll put them on the things I've added. But a lot of this yarn, I can tell you exactly, like this here is from
Hufflepuff.
yeah, that's the Hufflepuff yarn from
Brazen Witchery.
Brazen Stitchery.
Stitchery.
Brazen
Something
Stitchery.
about brazen. Yeah.
So I think I have all 4 houses of their yarn in here. There's Hufflepuff a couple of times. Somewhere right here's Ravenclaw.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere is
The Slytherin.
the Slytherins. Right here's the Slytherin.
Yes.
And somewhere is the Gryffindors. I may not have used it yet. Or actually, I think Gryffindor was the one you didn't have any more fingering weight. And so maybe I don't have the Gryffindor because I think you used
I'll have
it
to
all.
check. I may. If you only need 5 grams.
I only need about, each of these squares just takes about 5 grams.
I noticed this right here is what I'm wearing.
Oh,
Actually.
yeah. So a lot of the scraps are mine, but not all of them. She gives me scraps. I had a beautiful woman who just heard about my blanket and donated me an entire box full. She mailed it to me for free of just odds and ends. I don't know if I can say her name. We'll call her KK. KK sent me a lot of this sock yarn. Not this one. She sent this one, this one, this one. I mean, lots of it.
Wow, that's nice.
Came from her scraps, and so this was one of hers. Some of these, the very first year we went to the Fiber Festival, Sun Valley Yarns had a Socktopus, which was little 10, 20
Great.
I think they were like
yeah.
10 gram hanks of yarn, 8 of them, hanging from a thing, and it was called the Socktopus. And so some of these are Socktopus yarns, some of them are from an advent calendar. This is a Hedgehog Fibers. I actually used this in a project. So it's lots of fun to look at and remember where the different, like this I made socks for my husband out of.
It's the knit version of a patchwork quilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the pattern is called Memory Blanket by Georgie. Let me look at my notes. It's written there somewhere. Georgie Nicholson. And it's free on Ravelry. And I think the one that they actually wrote, all of the metered squares or mitered squares, I don't know what the pronunciation is, but they're all facing the same way. It was my idea to rearrange them so that I had a center. But you could knit them any direction you wanted and do all kinds of different designs.
Yeah.
So
I may have to start one myself, and then you'll quit getting my scraps.
that's okay. I got lots.
But I have so much to do already that
It's fun. It like I said, I started it back in 2018. I think I knit like in November of 2000. It was late in the year, and I knit like 20 blocks on it in 2018. I think I knit like 1 in 2019, and then like 40 in 2020, and then 39 in 2021, and none at all in 2022. And so far I've done 6 in 2023. So it's not, it's a very, very, very long-term project. And this is a very short-term project. So if you've been watching our channel for a while, then you'll know about this time last year. We were waiting on the arrival of my niece. And so now we're waiting on her first birthday. And she needed a birthday present. So I am making her a nubble chin. I'm actually going to make her 2 because there's a little boy version and a little girl version. And I just started this actually yesterday, but it's so much fun. So this is a little bitty doll. This will be the head, and this is the upper body. And he'll have a little hat and little legs, and there'll be 2 of them. And I'm knitting them out of this Hot Springs Fiber Company unicorn tails that Tracy sent me a while back. But the little boy is going to be purple and pink, and the little girl is going to be orange and pink. And then their little heads are just out of some leftover heritage sock yarn that I just had lying around. So I started that for my niece. So I got to finish that. That's a priority because her birthday's in August. So that's what I'm working on. All right, who still needs to talk about what they're working on? You do?
of course me. So I'm always working on blanket of knowledge. But in addition, the June sock of the month is.
Oh, it's here somewhere. We had it out.
It's in this bag.
Sorry about all the plastic bags.
All right. So the June sock of the month is called Tri-Tip Tri-Tip Steak, and it gives you a recipe. That's kind of what's fun too, is you get a recipe for all these foods. And it's a very easy sock. The cuff, the heel, and the toes are out of this kind of brownish, it's variegated brown. It's not all just a solid.
Is it like the spice rub on the tri-tip?
It's like the spice rub on the tri-tip. So this will be cuffs, heels, and toes. And then the main sock is pretty much just a stocking knit stitch with some slip stitches to make a design.
Fun.
And it's kind of like your medium rare steak, rare to medium rare steak.
That's the way I eat mine.
And I do, she does hers magic loop, and I do mine 2 at a time on 2 circular needles. So my needles are twisted. But so I've got both socks right here that I'm working on at the same time.
Awesome.
I like these projects because they're small and they're easy to carry around in your bag. And
I made that bag for her.
yes, Katie made this bag for me.
I made that black bag I had for
I have mine.
And it was made specifically for 2 at a time socks.
Yes, because I knit my socks that way.
It's separated into 2 halves, and you can put each cake of yarn in a half just while you're working on your socks. And then there's this little pocket right in the middle that I keep my contrast color in.
Oh, I never thought to do that. Yeah, there is a pocket in the middle.
Huh.
Well, if I'm not using contrast color, I don't know.
That's a good idea.
But that's what I'm using it for.
I made the same bag for all of us, I think.
Yeah, mine over here.
So, but I just put like stitch markers and
I have
things
my
in that
bag.
little middle pocket.
I have the other bag here.
Oh, you have the other one I made for all of us.
Yes.
And then I showed this last time
It appears.
because Katie's niece
Good.
is my granddaughter. So, and so.
That is how that usually works.
Not
Oh,
if it was not if it was
That's
from
true.
James's side of the family.
And
I
my
have a
great
niece on that side of
granddaughter.
the
But
family.
this happens to be my youngest daughter, so it's my granddaughter, it's mom's great granddaughter, yes.
And my niece.
And which, on a side note, chase a little rabbit here, we have a new baby in our family that was
Yes.
just born last
That's
week,
right.
2
I
weeks
think.
ago.
10th. Peyton Beverly.
Peyton Beverly, and this is Katie's cousin, my nephew Timmy's daughter. And so anyway, so we even have a newer baby than just Salem in our
So we
family.
got another one
I
we're
don't know what
working
that.
on.
If it's my cousin's baby, what does that make?
Your second
my
cousin.
second cousin.
I don't know. But anyway, Becca, my daughter, asked me back in May if I would make Salem a watermelon dress for her birthday. So I had made my oldest granddaughter a watermelon dress when she was born, and that pattern was only for newborn. So I found a little dress pattern. We showed it last month's episode, and last month I had part of the green yoke done. So I have the green yoke done, but now I've started on the watermelon
Oh, that's going to be
of the
so
dress.
pretty.
And it's just gonna be, I think I'm gonna do what do we call that knit?
Duplicate
Duplicate knit
stitch
stitch
to make
with
little
black to make it like little watermelon seed
When
pattern.
her,
around-
she
around
outgrows
here
that,
or
I hope
something.
she lets me know because I can put a doll under it.
It's a size 18 months because Salem is a healthy girl.
Mhm.
So
She's a chunk-a-monk.
she's already wearing 12-month size. So I
I
wanted
think Peyton's going to be too. She looks kind of chubby.
Peyton weighed 8 pounds at birth. Did you know
A
that?
little over.
Oh, I asked Tim and he just said 8 pounds. But
Well,
that's Tim's my brother, the
I don't know
grandfather.
who told
so-
you.
8 pounds, 5 ounces.
Okay. Well,
Timmy,
I
I think, told him.
I've spent almost 30 years in labor and delivery, so I could tell just by looking at her pictures that she was a chunky baby too. They're so cute, those chunky babies.
She has Timmy's.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
She's
does.
got this
She looks just
squishy.
like him.
So hopefully when we do the next episode, the beginning of August, I'll have this done and I can show it as a completed project.
And my nubbleton.
Because this is going to have to kind of take priority now that it's July.
I'm going to make her a dress.
You're gonna sew one.
I'm going to sew it.
All
She's
right.
gonna be doing good.
I was trying to crochet it, but I couldn't find the right pattern for the right size. If
Ah.
I find it, it won't take me long to make it.
Ah.
2
I
dresses
know.
and
Haley's
dolls.
already asked. Haley's my 4-year-old granddaughter from my son, Katie's brother, and Haley's already told me this summer that I need to make her another princess dress.
Yes, by all means.
So I'm gonna have to find some place to put my sewing machine in the RV so I can sew Haley a
You're gonna have
dress.
to just take a day
I may
to
have
the
a-
community center.
I
There's
may have
no
a
place in
Cinderella
that
or a
RV.
Snow White pattern.
So I don't think she actually meant. Heidi told me she didn't really mean a princess dress, but she says the ones I made her when she was a couple of years old that had like one was had little mermaid fabric.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the
And
fabric.
then-
Because didn't you make her brother a matching one?
No, that was the Spider-Man
Oh,
fabric.
that was
I made
Spider-Man.
Nolan a Spider-Man
Yeah.
shirt, and then I turned around and made Haley a dress out of the Spider-Man fabric. I just put trim on it and ribbons and girlied it
It'll
up.
be
a little
like
bit.
Christmas anyway.
They are the best dressed kids, I'm telling you.
Well, what's fun that we do this, or one of the reasons I like doing this, is because our family is very blessed. Our kids, our grandkids lack for nothing, seriously. And they have multiple grandparents, in-laws and outlaws and exes and steps and all that stuff that's in our society today. And so it's so hard to get something that somebody else hasn't already done. But
Unless you make it.
But if you make it, then that's individual and it's specialized and they
And
may
we're
never
good
wear
sharers.
it but one time. So I don't
But
care.
we're good sharers.
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
it gets passed
If
around.
they get passed around amongst all the cousins of the appropriate age and gender.
And when they get tired of them, they give them to me and I put them on a doll.
Exactly. And so that's where it retires. At the end of its use, it retires somewhere in this house on a doll.
And the fun thing about the knit dresses, at least, is they can be worn for a really long time. I knit one for my best friend's daughter. I'll put a picture up here. But she wore it for like 4 years because the knit was stretchy. And so
Mhm.
when
Wear it
she
over
got too
leggings,
tall,
yeah.
she just started wearing it over leggings. Yeah.
And that's what Haley's doing with some of the dresses I made her because she's not much bigger around.
Riley
but
is
she's-
tall.
Taller, yeah. All right, so that is all of the things that we are working on. And now we're going to talk about all the things we've acquired. Because I've acquired a lot of things this month.
Oh, I'll go first then because I've only acquired one thing.
Okay, show yours.
Actually, I did get the sock bracelet ruler.
Oh, did you bring it?
Yeah, it's in my.
I didn't bring mine. Do you love it?
I do love it. I like it better than that sock ruler that I have. But this is from Twice Sheared Sheep. I have to say that slowly because, well, you try to say it fast.
Right?
But this is a sock bracelet. It's just like a snap bracelet, and it's a sock ruler. And on one side, it has the shoe sizes, normal United States shoe sizes for men and women. And then the other side is actually a ruler. And it's very handy if you're out and about knitting socks because you can just put it on.
Where do you get it?
Twice Sheared Sheep.
Oh, that's where you get it.
Yeah, that's where I bought
You
it.
order it, in other words.
Yeah.
Yes. I bought
Not
mine
in Hobby
from.
Lobby or someplace.
No.
So you can just wear it on your wrist, and it's real easy to carry around. But while I was on their website looking for this bracelet, of course, I found, yarn I had to look at. And this here is just...
Oh gosh, let's take it out of that crinkly paper.
Yeah, that's too noisy. I haven't even opened it yet.
That's the paper you need to give me to put inside my nubbletions. That'll make a nice loud noise.
It was actually a kit, and I guess I just need to go online to download the pattern. But it's a headband, like for winter, to cover your ears. And it's just a simple knit pattern headband, and it was made out of this. Can you read that? Because I don't have my
Everyday
glasses on.
Merino, 100% superwash merino wool, OEKO, Hex 100 certified. I don't know what
I
that
thought it
means.
was a DK weight, though.
It
Oh,
says it
you're
here.
looking for the weight. It's a 4. That's a
Oh,
worsted
it's
weight.
a worsted weight. Anyway, I just love that color because
It's called Ocean.
I love the beach. I love the ocean. I love the color, and I thought that
Make your eyes look blue.
I thought I'd make it's for me. I'm gonna make myself a headband to wear because now that I have short hair, not everything looks good with it, but the little ear muff things go really well with it. So that's all. This is all I've acquired though in the last month, which is more than enough.
Do I have some?
Do you just have your June box. We already talked about that.
Yeah.
I have a lot.
All right.
So in addition to this is the rest of my June yarn that came in my box. I acquired that. And then Tracy sent me this because I have agreed to do another year of Blanket of Knowledge with her. And so she sent me some blue because my next blanket's going to be blue instead of orange. And she just sent me some to play with so I can start designing and knitting and playing with that. So I have that.
So you're going to continue to do the tutorial.
Yes, I'm going to
videos.
continue to make the knitting videos. Yeah, that's the thing that she
Specifically for Blanket of Knowledge.
yes, specifically for the knit boxes. That's why she sends us the Blanket of Knowledge boxes for free, which we appreciate.
Yeah.
But this is for that project. And that came from Hot Springs Fiber Company. This is her Magic Merino DK. I like the DK weight blankets. They're not too hot. They're not too cold. They're not too thick.
Get some for a headband.
I just like it. But then while I was making those 23 pairs of socks, I needed to make another pair. And believe it or not, I didn't have any sock yarn that would work for the person for whom they were intended.
Oh no.
I know. My husband's like, how can you I have a tote, a big plastic bin full of just sock yarn. And he's like, how do you not have the right thing in there for him? And I was like, I just don't. He's a really dear friend of mine. He is a bachelor. I know you bachelors and how y'all do laundry, and I didn't want it to be wool. I wanted it to be something that if it got stuck in his washing machine or dryer, it wouldn't hurt it.
It wouldn't come up felted.
No.
This is your teacher.
Yeah, this was for Cliff. Hi, Cliff. I love him dearly. But I made him a pair of socks, and I bought special wool just for him. He's got them already. I don't have it to show. I'll have to put a picture of it up here. But I did also technically acquire that yarn, too. And then this, while I was shopping Premier Yarns, it was Premier Fruits, the blueberry. So while I was shopping for that for Cliff, I had to look at the clearance
I gotta put
section.
glasses on. I want to see this.
Because the clearance section is, where it's at.
It doesn't count if you buy it off the clearance rack.
I like that rule. It doesn't count. So they were getting rid of this flax lace, which is a 100% linen, and they were selling
I almost want to touch it.
100-gram hanks of this for $12.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So I bought 2 packages of every color they had left.
That's
Oh my
fun.
goodness.
So I have.
Is that what this is?
Yes, that's what all that is.
Like,
I have 10 of
like,
these.
You know your mom's favorite color is red, right?
Yes, I do. This one's called Potent Berry. I am going to make a vest for my sister out of this. This one, don't remember what it's called.
That is a beautiful red.
It is a really cherry,
It's on a now.
candy apple almost.
Yeah.
Poppy. It's called
Poppy.
poppy.
Poppy red.
And it's pretty much the color of poppies.
Yep. I actually bought that for me, but maybe it will have to help. It's gonna go a long way. I have 10 of them.
Oh, this
well,
is beautiful
you may have
too.
to make you may have to make me something.
And
out of
this
that,
one is
too.
called Blush, and I bought this one for my stepmother. I promised to make her a shawl
Oh, that'll be beautiful
out of
on
linen.
Jossie.
Won't it be pretty
Yeah.
on Jossie? So this one is going to be for her. So because my sister and Jossie both wanted linen versions of 2 shawls that I knit for myself, but I've been waiting to find linen yarn in a good price because it's not always this affordable. And when I saw that, it is lace weight, so I may use more than you think, just because I may have to double it to knit it.
Is this for Becca or Beth?
Beth. The wine one will be. I'll put a picture of the 2 projects I'm planning to make with these that I've already made versions for myself. The one for Jossie is a Dando pattern, and I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head. And the one for Beth, I think, is called Ello, and it's a Petra. I don't know if it's Breakstone or Berkstone. I can't remember her last name. A Petra pattern. I'll put all that down below, and I'll put in pictures. But it was such a good deal on the linen.
It sure
And
was.
since I was buying for Jossie and Beth, I thought
Might as well.
I'll just get the
That's
red.
how I have some of the yarn I have because it was a good deal. And it's like
I mean, I'm not smiling.
it's like broken cookies. You know, if you eat a broken cookie, the calories don't
Right,
count.
definitely.
So if it's on clearance, it doesn't count.
Yeah. So I have all of that yarn, and my husband just looked at me and rolled his eyes. And then this is technically an acquisition too. He also rolled his eyes about this.
But that's the way we look at him when he buys new video games.
Right?
And
As long as he's just rolling his eyes, I guess it's all right.
that's cute.
So this came from Walmart. I saw it when they first came out in like the beachy section, and I wanted one, but they were like $20 and 27 bucks. I don't know. I didn't need a bag, so I didn't buy it. But I
That's
walked by
cute.
the other day and it was on clearance, so it came home.
Oh,
And I Scotch guarded it too.
oh
With all
that'd
that
be-
Scotch guard you gave me,
yeah.
so it will not hopefully get too dirty. But
That
it
makes
is
me want
nice
to go to the
and
beach.
big, and it has a zipper in here. Too. And I like that it has a
Yeah.
so it kind of pulls it in, the top end, so it's not just hanging.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't know. I really liked it. It just came from Walmart, but I think it's pretty. Okay, so that's everything I've acquired. I don't usually acquire quite that much yarn, but it was the way this month worked out. Now we have to talk about an area in which I am failing. So. If you watched the State of the Knitter address, I told you all that I was going to knit through the queue that I have on Ravelry. I had 29 projects in that queue. I checked this morning. I have 30 now. So not only has it not gone down, but it's actually gone up by 1. So in my defense, I did knit some things out of that queue. And some things I looked at and just decided I didn't really want to knit that bad after all and took out. And then some other things got added. So it's a work in progress.
I'm just impressed with your organizational skills.
Otherwise, I'll buy something and I'll forget. Like all of these, I've always known I was going to knit those for those 2 people. They
Right,
asked
we've
for them,
talked about it,
but they
yeah.
weren't in my queue because I didn't have yarn. Well, I bought the yarn, so they went in my queue. So that was 2 projects that just got added to the queue.
Okay.
So that would have been 28.
What's the key?
Your line.
It's my list.
A line.
It's
Or a line.
On
It's just-
Ravelry, you can put all the projects that you plan to do in what's called a queue, and then you can go in and look at your queue online and say, yes, I'm going to start that project.
And if you're in Britain, you want to stand in the queue.
Oh yeah,
You want to do what?
Stand in the queue.
that's what they call the line.
The
You don't,
line.
you don't
It's
get
the
in
queue.
line, you get in
the
queue.
queue.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I'll get to it all, or I won't. Either way. But it's my plans. Those are the plans that I've had planned, some of them for a long time, some of them for a few years. But things like Nubblechin come up. I had to prep a
Right.
present for my niece. Nubblechin was not
understand.
in my queue at all. And then 2 Nubbletchins went in my queue. I'm going to call them Mr. and Mrs. Sparkle Pants. Because the tops of them are going to be in the non-sparkly yarn, and the bottoms of them are going to be in sparkly yarn, so they're going to have sparkle pants. You could call them Sparkle Butt, but I think Sparkle Pants is cuter.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, things like that come up. So I started knitting Mr. Sparkle Pants and Mrs. Sparkle Pants in the queue. So that's another thing. 3 things that have been added in the queue, like, in the last couple weeks.
I don't keep a queue.
Well, there's probably something.
I don't
to
either.
say
I have
for that.
stacks.
Clearly, being in the queue does not mean that you get knit quickly. It does not necessarily mean that.
It just means you thought of.
It just means you're thought of and I own the yarn. That's all that means, because I don't necessarily go in that order even remotely. But no, with all of this yarn that I've acquired, I think it's only fair if you acquire some yarn too. So we have another giveaway this month. See if I can get it down. It's in the floor. Everything's in the floor. You should see the floor. Maybe you shouldn't see the floor.
It looks like a yarn shop threw up in here.
It does. All right, this yarn has been very graciously donated by Tracy of Hot Springs Fiber Company as a gift for you, and it is 4th of July themed, so you won't have it in time for 4th of July this year, but you will have it in time for 4th of July next year. So there are 2 hanks of her Seriously Sock yarn, which is a, let's see, an 85 merino wool 15% nylon. I love, love, love her Seriously Sock base. That's what the Sock
Yeah,
Club is in.
knits so beautifully.
It has the best stitch definition, and it's not like butter soft, but it's very, very, very soft and very durable.
Oh, it is.
So I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. But you've got this beautiful blue and this beautiful red. You get both of these, and she also sent some red, white, and blue stitch markers to go with it. So we are going to pick one winner to win all of this. You'll need to comment. Let me put the noise away here. Sorry about the plastic and the paper, y'all. We don't want anything to get dirty or mothy. I've never had moths in my house, but I have a horrific fear of moths appearing in my house.
Yes.
So
Ever since I read Stephanie McPherson's book.
yes, that's what did it. Don't read her books. Read her books. They are super funny. But if you read her stories about moths, you'll have nightmares.
Yes.
Anyway, comment if you would like to win this. In order to enter to win, you will need to comment below and tell me what you did on the 4th of July. And I will draw for the winner in about 2 weeks. Today is the 2nd. I don't know if I will actually get this out on the 2nd or if it won't go out till the 3rd. But 2 weeks from the 1st would be the 14th. How about the 5th? So I will take entries through the 14th, and I will make the announcement of the winner on the 15th. That's a Saturday. And I know it's a Saturday because we have a VBS work day that day.
Okay.
So comment below, tell me what you did for the 4th of July if you would like to be entered to win, and we will pick a prize winner on the 15th and get that sent out to you. I also have a bonus ode. My bonus ode number 6 is up, where I'm talking about my sock machine. I've had it for a year and what all I've been doing with it for the last year. That episode has a giveaway too, so if you want to win a pair of socks knit on my machine, then you should check out that episode and see how to enter to win that one. And then the last thing I want to do is a shawl parade. So I'll show you the 2 shawls that I have already made for myself that I'm going to be replicating for my sister and my mother, my stepmother. I'll put those in the shawl parade. I will film some footage of those and show you those for my shawl parade. Now that's 2 shawls. So for my friend Sonia, 2 is a parade. She was like, you said you were going to have a parade and then you showed 1 shawl. I was like, the parade is over the month. Like every month there'll be a shawl. And she's like, 1 shawl does not a parade make.
All right, well now there's 2.
Last month I showed 3. This month I'm going to show 2. I'm working on it. That's a parade. All right. This is my ribbon weave shawl by Yumiko Alexander. It is a dando pattern and with a dando yarn. And I like it because I wear it like a poncho kind of. It has buttons. And so this is how I usually wear it. But if you want, you can wear it like a wrap if you just undo the buttons. And then you can just wear it, you know, like a wrap. So it is a beautiful, beautiful shawl. I made it. It's one of the first things I ever made. I think I bought this at the first fiber festival I went to. And I have got something on it, which I could have gone a long time without knowing. No idea what this is. Looks like gum or candy. So don't be like me and make nasty messes of your shawl. No idea what that is. Anyway, okay. It was clean too because I just washed it and blocked it not that long ago. So whatever it was is clean, but it's on there. But anyway, this is it. The ribbon weave shawl. All right. This shawl is the Ello Shawl by Petra Breakstone, or it's like a vest actually. I knit this a while back. It's very easy. It's just a big rectangle with armholes. And you can wear it. It's another one that you can wear a whole lot of ways. You can wear it like a vest, and I do that sometimes, like that. But you can also wear it like a poncho by putting the armholes over your head. You got to make it look nice, you know. I don't have a mirror, but you can wear it like that. And there's like a dozen other ways. If you buy the pattern, she actually shows several different ways you can wear the same shawl. And she had an option for putting beads, so I did put beads in on the collar edge, and I added beads to the lace section at the bottom. Now that was fun and it's pretty, but I wouldn't do it again because it changes the way the fabric drapes to have all that extra weight. And I don't think I get as nice a drape out of it because all those beads are pulling down on it. But it's a very nice shawl. It's a very lightweight shawl. It's a great convention shawl because if you're hot, you put it on like a vest. You get cold, you put it on like a poncho, and you can just kind of make it work for whatever temperature your convention hall is at that moment. So this is the one I'm going to make for my sister, and the first one I showed you is the one I'm going to make a version of for my stepmother. All right, thank you so much. If you have hung out with us this long, I feel like we have been talking for a really long time. So thank you. Hit like, hit subscribe. If you want to know when we post new things, hit the notification bell. If you want to enter to win the prize, comment down below. I select the winners from my YouTube comments. So if you're watching this on Instagram or somewhere else, you do have to comment on the actual YouTube video in order to be entered to win a prize. And I think that's it. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Did I skip anybody's
Does everybody
anything?
need to sign up or something to be on that 500 list?
That's just if you to subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
I
So
for a long time didn't know how to do that.
I think you're subscribed to the
I am. Yes,
If you don't know how to do that and you're watching this, there will be a little word. It says subscribe.
It's
Just
usually
click it.
red.
Yeah, it's usually red. So just click it, and then to be included in the notifications, you'll be given
There's
an
like a
option.
little bell.
Yeah.
You have to click on the bell. And the like is the thumbs up. Don't accidentally hit the thumbs down. And my granddad's giving me 2 thumbs up. I am going to say a prayer. It was really fun to have my mom and my grandma with me again. Again, you know, she moved away and she's busy, so I'm busy too.
But I'm going to try to come back as much as I
So,
can.
well, I don't know if we'll always have all of us, but it's
Yeah.
fun when we do. Let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you so very much for the opportunities that you give us to enjoy one another, for the many blessings you shine on us all, Lord, for the simple things like sunshine and the air and the rain and the fun and the crafting. And most importantly, Lord, thank you for your son, Jesus, who died on the cross to save us for our sins. And in his name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Boom. All right, now we got to crawl out of all the yarn.
You know this.